Alright, boys, so as you can see, man, it may be hard to tell on camera, but those are big hedges there in front of my church. Like, they're super wide and they're super long. They go kind of all across the front of the building and down the side and stuff like that. And right here, I'm trying to mowing like this to try to keep from blowing clippings and rocks and stuff at cars. I'm kind of going around, you know. And I'm also trying to keep from extra weed seeds blown into the parking lot. I later came back that day, which was yesterday, when it was real sunny out, because this is super early in the morning and it's all wet and stuff, and I came and sprayed that whole parking lot and stuff. Anyway, and then it rained an hour later, so hopefully it worked, but man, yeah, it's been rainy. We've been hustling and doing what we do. So we're here at this next yard, and we're gonna mow up front of this. We're mowing back, heading back towards the thing. I'll show you after here in a minute of it. Oh yeah, now we're going down the backyard. It's steep back here, boys. I've shown this a lot of times before, but yeah, steep. It's steep down through here, and then especially when I go down on this part right here, we're real steep. I have to like back down it. I was trying to show y'all some people golfing over there. There's like a green. This is not the lake. That's just like a pond right there. We're close to the lake, but that's not the lake. That's just a pond. And we're heading back up. We're gonna mow up this hill. There's the after product. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, let's keep moving. Alright, boys, now we're heading down to the backyard. Wraps around the house. Look at the gardenias, they're beautiful. Those flowers only last like a week or two, and some of them, as you can see, were already browning. Yeah, we're still mowing around the back. See, there's down the lake. There's a lot of natural area at this house. Yeah, I mean, most of this, it's a 3-acre property. Some of this is grass, but a lot of it is natural area, which kind of is a bad thing, especially for my area, because that means I got to pick up sticks and pull weeds and all that stuff, and all that pine straw area down there in the back. But you know, that's just kind of how we roll here. But yeah, and as you can see in front of me, this kind of wraps all the way around out by the road. You actually really can't see that, but we're going to back the walker mower in the trailer, and I'll show y'all folding up the thing in a minute. But man, this property right here, you know, I have a big wooded area that I maintain for them, which is another, that's a big part of what I do, is maintaining this wooded area out here, which I will show you in just a minute. But right now I'm folding up the walker. This, I guess the only downside with this being a 48 instead of some walkers are 42 is the 48 deck is pretty heavy, Not too bad, but pretty good. Pretty heavy. And I'm going to strap it down. I'm going to be in the neighborhood, but we're going to strap it a little bit. But anyway, in just a minute, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this property, it has like it's 3 acres total, and then 2 acres are some wooded area that this is just down at the lake at the dock. I'm just walking up, but let me show you how this looks in the front. Yeah, walker stripes. See, what happened is for some reason we got a few real cold nights just kind of out of nowhere. Like this grass was like a deep green, and then it kind of like shocked the grass a little bit. It's weird, it's hard to tell on camera. Like it was still growing a lot, still had seed heads and all that. Like it was growing, but it's kind of not as green as we would like it to be. All right, so here's up at the top of the road. See trucks way down there, but you see all that. You see this. It's a corner lot, and so it wraps to the left down there behind the house. Goes all the way down to the lake over there, and all the way out to the road right there. So it's like a couple acres of wood, and there's some gullies down there in the back stuff. As you can see, I got it maintained pretty good. I got all the sticks out of there, and what we do is once a month I bring my trailer over here empty, and I pick up all the sticks and stuff that fall, not the teeny tiny little ones, but all the limbs like maybe a ½ inch and bigger, and load them up on the trailer. And there's a bunch of stuff in the gullies back there that previous landscaper have been throwing in there, and so I've been working on cleaning that out as well, and also doing weed work and everything in those woods as well. So this is the next house. Hard to tell, but this is steep right here. Like if you almost set a golf ball, it would just roll down. Like it's real steep. So and I'm not that good at keeping real straight lines backing up yet with the walker. And then I even with my zero turn I have to go up and back. So what I started doing is go straight forward, then go up the driveway, go down again. Worked out pretty good. My goodness, it's hot out here, boys. But hey, at least it's not raining. It's been raining so much lately, so if it's hot, hey, it's fine. We're blessed that it's not raining, but my goodness, I got so much to talk about. Also, I gotta get to work on the AC in this truck. It actually, the little radiator, evaporator core is leaking. My normal shop, they didn't want to pull the dash and all that, so that's something I'll probably have to do soon. But anyway, yeah, because I already had it there to try to fix up the AC. But man, sorry about this. But yeah, so so a couple things. Number one, when you're watching people's videos, there's probably a lot that you don't see as far as just like it looks easy on the video, but let's say they might only just show the mowing on the video, but they've done a lot of other work too that you don't see. That was really hard. So a lot of people's channels, so keep that in mind, because I always think that too when I'm watching people's YouTube videos, like, man, my route must suck because theirs, it looks way more easier. And some people's it may be easier, but probably it's just you just don't see the stuff like that yard. I had to do a lot of stuff like working on the weeds in the beds and
all this stuff that's just boring that I wouldn't necessarily show you, but stuff I still have to do. It takes time, and had to edge it and all that. And lately, my times have been a little faster. What I've been doing lately is like weed eating first, but just like looking at my watch and like, man, like making myself hustle right in the beginning. When you get to that yard, hustle it out, get that weed eating done fast, all right? All the weed eating and edging, and you know, I've done these yards so many times, I know kind of the spots where the mower might mess up a little bit, where I would have to fix, and so those little spots, just kind of weed eat those out first. But if you like make yourself go fast with the weed eater, and then you'd be pushing it, and then you'd be like, whoo, you'd be kind of tired, but then you can ride on the, you know, whatever mower you have, ride on the Velkey on a walk behind, stand on mower, sit down mower, whatever. Then you get a little break when you ride on that mower. And then when you get done, you blow it off, or you need to pick up sticks or weeds or whatever. But that's kind of what I've been doing this week in my times. Because, you know, I always wear a watch, and my times on the yards are been actually a few minutes better than normal. And I've been weed eating first. And so, you know, yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I know it's always a debate. It's always a debate in my mind, like, how can I make this faster, or what? You know, should you weed eat first? Should you mow first? Whatever. You know, I think it's totally fine either way. But yeah, it's been so much rain lately. Like, for the last 2 weeks, been raining every day straight. And so people's grass is jumping up fast. Not only that, but that also means that people's weeds are jumping up fast in the beds and stuff, you know? So, it's a blessing though, no problem. You know, rocking with the 2 mower setup today, you know, I feel like I don't want to be too hard on my truck by pulling both of them around. But as you can see, that one yard, that real fancy yard with the 2 acres of woods that I maintain, it's just the way that yard is. If I want to make it look okay, I have to use the walker mower on that. And I didn't want to use the walker mower in like my church and stuff like that this morning, which my church is like a couple acre big rough property. Y'all didn't see all of it, but I don't want to do all that with my walker. I just don't want to, you know, put the walker in through that. So like, man, guess I'm gonna have to bring both in. So, but I do like having them both. I don't know, it's kind of a good feeling, like when you got both your mowers with you. I don't know why, it's just kind of cool. It's like, you know, even if something were to happen, you know, we okay. So I kind of like that feeling. Not that it's a valid feeling or anything like that, but I don't know. Also, we got a reverse osmosis I put in under my sink, so now I can make my own water instead of having to buy in the jugs all the time. So I installed a reverse osmosis filter under my sink. It's about $250. The water companies want to charge me like $600 or $800, and because I asked them, because I just had my water softener work on, because we have hard water, so I have a softener at my house, like a big softener. I just had to pay a bunch of money to get that rebedded and stuff. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on. Also, last thing, and I'll quit rambling here, and we're gonna get on to this next yard. Well, I'm driving anyway, but my Toro Time Master, all right, y'all seen that? And I need to replace that belt that was cracking. I did replace the belt, which was kind of a pain. You have to, it's kind of hard to hold the spring when you're putting it back on. You got to pull that spring down to put it on the transmission, because you have to move the transmission belt out of the way. So the hardest part's just getting the transmission belt back on after you're done putting that one on. But it was so funny. So I got that belt on, and then me and River out there, you know, and I went to the front yard to like test it out, make sure everything's good. Started the blades and just cutting just normal, just for a second with the new belt. And then for whatever reason, the cable that holds the tension on the belt, that holds the blades going, the brake cable I think it's actually called, boom, it broke. Just no reason, you know. And I double checked. The length of the belt is the same as the other one. Like, I checked it before I put it on. So it's not that it's the wrong belt and it had too much tension or something. I guess it was just a coincidence that that cable was getting weak after a couple seasons. And then when I had that new belt, you know, the new belt probably does put a little bit more pressure on it, you know what I mean? Because the old one was half broke, so it was probably, you know, not putting much pressure on it. So, man, so then I pushed the darn thing back in the garage, and now we waiting for the cable to put that back so we can finally maybe get it fixed. So, man, that's what's been going on. All right, I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to get on to the next yard. See ya.